Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of S.P.I.R.I.T, our weekly-ish extra life interactive charity game featuring Monster of the Week. S.P.I.R.I.T stands for Salem Paranormal Investigation Research and Information Team. And our players have all recently moved to Salem and joined the Spirit. Can't say the Spirit team because that would be Spirit, because the T in Spirit stands for team, so it would be like team. That wouldn't work. So it's just joined the Spirit.
I should have played a cheerleader.
So we're going to begin tonight's episode. Oh, my PNG. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll fix that. I gotta fix Catherine's spelling too. But yeah, we're gonna start this episode by introducing each of our characters as you're all arriving at Spirit headquarters. Our show is going to take place concurrently with current timelines. So today is March 4th, 2022, both in and out of game. And the time is 9:03. And our timelines will run concurrent with real life, so we don't have to worry about keeping track of time.
Except when we drive 45 minutes to get to our destination.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Shit. Fantasy. Anyway.
You just have to RP that 45 minutes.
Don't tempt me, Joe. We know we can.
I'm going to have everybody kind of introduce your characters as we're arriving to the headquarters of Spirit. So we'll start at the top left and go around in a, what is that, counterclockwise fashion? So, Jeremy.
Hey, I'm Jeremy, and I will be playing Jonathan Meadows. Jonathan Meadows is the searcher, and I'm basically just your local crazy loony man who seems to think he's being followed by cryptids constantly, and no one ever really believes him.
All right. Lance.
I'm Lance, and I'm playing Benny. Wow, my voice cracked and everything. I am the expert. I am a complete and total paranormal nerd. I run a paranormal blog that's very popular. And I don't think I own anything but jeans and sweatshirts.
All right. And Kaz?
Hi, I'm Kaz, and I will be playing Derek, the spell slinger. He just moved to Salem about 6 months ago, and he's from a very renowned family of mages. So high expectations on that front.
All right. And Theta?
Hi, I'm Theta. I am playing Catherine Williams, the mundane. She is a paramedic by day. Why is my ambulance haunted by night? Individual. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
All right. And Dragon?
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing Ada, the spooky. She's just doing her thing. She's a tattoo artist, living her best life, I guess. Not completely normal. There's nothing going on with her whatsoever.
I will find out what you did to my cat.
I didn't do anything to your dang cat.
So as you're pulling up to Spirit, it is in the back of a smoke shop in the town. You have to go through the shop to get to the back warehouse section. And once you get back there, it's very speakeasy vibes back there. There's a solid brick wall, and it kind of like sets back and opens up into this hallway that leads to this conference room where you all had your interviews. As you're heading back there, you can see into the conference room, and your good friend is already sitting at the conference table. He seems to have scattered papers in front of him and a TV monitor. It's kind of one of those little small 32-inch TV sitting on the table, kind of facing away from him, sitting in the conference room.
Our good friend who?
Name?
Marcus?
Marcus, yes.
Okay. You can't just lead with your good friend and not tell us a name, Joseph.
Yes, your good friend Marcus,
Little hat.
who had conducted the original interviews for you to join S.P.I.R.I.T. He is wearing a pinstripe vest, like 3-piece suit minus the jacket. The jacket is hanging on the back of the chair, and he does have a matching kind of pinstripe colored fedora. There's a tiny blue feather sticking out of the side of it.
He took the jacket off, but left the hat on.
He did indeed.
This man is sus. I don't trust him.
And is this
Not more
the first
sus than
time
you.
we've been here since the interview?
This is because your interview was last week.
Awesome.
Benny is definitely stoked. He has like a duffel bag of things he bought and is dragging it in with him.
Yeah, Derek's also prepped. He has like a big hard shell guitar case on his back and a fanny pack. And it's kind of like, it looks heavy. Like, it's definitely not for show. There's stuff in there.
Catherine is also sporting a duffel bag looking kind of thing, but it is bright orange and has the Star of Life, the paramedic symbol, on the top of it. She does look like she just got off work.
Yeah, Jonathan just has like a dark burgundy, like regular backpack that's on his back. I mean, there's things in it, but I didn't bring like all of my belongings. A lot of the things are still in the car, but this backpack is like strapped to my back.
He sees you approach and, welcome, everybody. Have a seat. I have, and he motions towards the papers in front of him, your first assignment. As initiates, we didn't want to throw you into the deep end, as it were, so something rather easy this evening.
Oh, so it's like a training mission.
Training by fire, yes. No one is going with you.
Well, what is it? Let's see it. Jonathan's going to walk closer to take a look.
The first thing that he slides over to Jonathan is a picture. It's a picture of a family. There are 5 individuals, a mother, a father, and 3 children. There are 2 male children and 1 female, and they look fairly average. The middle child, which is fairly obvious, is the female child, does look a bit more on the goth side, darker makeup, black shirt, skull and crossbones. Yeah. Everyone else seems to be that suburbia, sweater vest. Slides the picture over and says, "This is the Orfield family. They have requested our assistance. It seems that their house is haunted."
How do you spell their last name?
Orfee.
Orfee. Thank you.
I didn't spell that correctly.
Benny's quickly erasing what he wrote because he spelled it wrong too.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Derek.
After you, Ada.
What's going on with the family?
Well, the father believes the children, the mother does not.
That's new.
The oldest, Felix, has claimed to have seen an apparition in his own bedroom. Maribel has seen the apparition in her bedroom. And the youngest, and he points to the picture, the youngest is Jordan. Jordan has seen the apparition in his bedroom and in the basement. Jordan seems to have a stronger connection to the paranormal.
I look at everyone else. But I mean, come on, that's crazy. There's got to be a logical explanation. Ghosts aren't real. It's got to be like a demon or something, or like the horned goat man. He's out there.
Ghosts.
He is out there. I've seen him before when I was camping once.
So ghosts aren't real, but horned demons are.
Ghosts are real.
Well, I mean, it could have been a devil. I don't know. All I know is like a ghost. Come on. Right, Catherine? Like, that's not.
No, ghosts are real. My ambulance is haunted. Aside from that, what did the apparition look like to the children? Was it the same apparition each time?
Yes. Can I help? Okay. Olivia. Sorry.
Marcus
That
is just
secretary
talking
man.
to a ghost that's in the area.
So actually, you see a young child about 12 years old kind of burst in, and Marcus says, "Excuse me," and he has this conversation with a 12-year-old little girl that has burst into the scene, ponytail, and seems quite excited about going to bed at the office. And he turns around and disappears, and Marcus turns to you and says, "My apologies, my daughter,
What's her name?
not Yvette."
So back to my question before you got distracted. Did the children see the same apparition, or were they each seeing something different?
We have reports of shadow figures.
Yeah, no, that tracks. That's real.
Why is that real?
You never seen a
Because-
shadow figure?
I mean, every day, but
Catherine, maybe your car is haunted by a shadow figure. That would make sense.
Did the shadow figure, pardon my companions, did the shadow figure do anything aggressive or bother the family in any way?
The father has reported that things are moving on their own. There has nothing been aggressive as of yet, but chairs will move, items will move on shelves, doors open
we
and
do
close
have-
on their own.
3 children, so
Yes. It is far be it for me to judge whether something is haunted or not. That's your call.
How old are these kids? I know you said there was the oldest, the middle, and the youngest.
18,
Holy
16, and 12. Is that funny?
that's me. Because nothing.
Okay.
Did they say, is it like a male figure, a female figure,
The
a
apparition
non-binary
is just
figure?
a
like-
shadow. There is
Okay,
no
so we got
there is no gender to the
gender.
figure.
tall, short.
About 6 feet tall.
Okay.
do we know anything about the previous owners of the house, or does the family have?
The family has lived here for 15 years. They purchased it off of an estate. There was an older lady who lived here prior to them who died in the current master bedroom.
But no shadow figures have been seen in this master bedroom.
We have no reports of shadow figures in the master bedroom.
Any Ouija boards being messed with?
Not to our knowledge.
Because that's how you invite them in.
Maybe speaking to the dead.
Is it only at night or is it just all the time? Like if we go there right now, is it going to be there? Does the shadows only show up when it's light out?
Most of the activity is reported in the evening into late night. Although some activity has been reported by the father during the daytime, when the kids are at school.
Yeah, if a place is haunted, it's going to be haunted anytime it wants to be.
Are there other? Do you have any other pictures for us at all?
Just the picture of the family.
What about of the house?
You know, we didn't think to take pictures of the house.
Glad I
Is
brought my
there-
handy dandy camera then.
Looking at this picture of the family, does it look like a normal picture, or if I look into the background of it, do I see anything?
It looks like they went to Olin Mills and got their family photo done, or Sears and got their. It's got that very obvious backdrop.
Ah, okay. Yep.
Just dating
Gotta love the
myself. I don't know
Sears
who
backdrop.
does the pictures nowadays.
Photographers.
A random photographer that goes to Walmart and rents the space like once a year,
Sense.
and they charge an exorbitant amount of money.
Go to students or go to private.
Is there anything else that you would like to know before you head out this evening?
Well, do you have the address? We could take a look at it, look it up on Google Earth or something real quick,
yes.
kind of get the surroundings before we just go out there, at least see what kind of supplies we should bring.
It is 123 Chandler Road. And for for your player knowledge, I am not using actual addresses because I don't want people to like Google addresses of like actual people. But so like the numbers will never actually be accurate in game. But I am like street names and Salem and references and stuff will actually be accurate. So the numbers are inaccurate. If you Google 123 Chandler Road, I have no idea where that's going to pull up. But Chandler Road, it actually exists.
All right. So Jonathan will type that address in and look at it from like a top-down map on Google Earth. Like, what's the area? Like, what's the area look like?
It's a residential, residential, like suburbia.
Oh, just like in a neighborhood?
Yeah, it's in a neighborhood.
While he's using that, I'm using Google Map to put the address in and get directions.
Yep, it's about a half-hour drive, fantasy drive. We're gonna skip ahead.
So, what does the family want us to do?
Investigate and either solidify that or certify that it is haunted, perhaps remove the spirit from the premises, or debunk and prove that it is not in fact haunted and that everybody is seeing things, as it were.
Fair enough. You said they were living there for 15 years, but did these apparitions start appearing recently? Like, how long has it been going on?
Within the last 6 months, and activity has ramped up significantly within the last week.
I pick up
So
the
that is
picture.
just to show up.
Who else has a vehicle to get there with?
Look at Jonathan.
I mean, I have a truck, but it could really only fit. I mean, there might be one of us will probably have to sit either in the bed or just kind of squeeze and be a little uncomfortable. It's a 4-seater, but we could probably get 5 people in there.
Just get in the minivan. We'll come back and get your truck later.
All right, yeah, that works for me. I'm gonna stop by though and just grab some things real quick because I got another bag in there.
That sounds good. There's plenty of room in the back for storage.
Can I pick up the picture of the family?
Yes, you can. As you do, you have a trigger move, a pre-investigation, the start of the investigation move that happens. I don't. We're not going to do headphones off. Yeah, roll your roll. Well, make up your mind. Do you want up or not?
I have 10.
A 10.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Do you need me to read what it says?
Yes, please, because I am unfamiliar with that, and you sent it to me, but I don't remember what it said.
It's fine. On a 10 plus, you get a detailed vision of something bad that is yet to happen. You take +1 forward to prevent it coming true, and you mark experience if you stop it. On a 7 to 9 plus, you get clouded images of something bad that is yet to happen. Mark experience if you stop it. On a miss, you get a vision of something bad happening to you, and the keeper holds 3 to be spent 1 for 1 as penalties to your rolls you make. Thank God I didn't roll that.
Yes, so you get a detailed image of something bad that is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you're sucked into this vision, and everybody else at the table witnesses Ada grab this photo and just kind of like start staring into it, like almost like Ada is looking right past the image and just into this void. And Ada, you see several things happening. You see a fairly nice bedroom with like a red bed sheet, one of those canopy beds. It's got like the canopy drapes over top of it. You need to stop rubbing. And you see yourself kind of laying on that bed with a knife in your back, bleeding out. You see Benny in the garage with a car smashed up against him and him kind of like crumpled over. You see Derek.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, so Benny is smashed by a car. Derek. Okay.
You see Derek in like a great room. It's got like some seating around the edges, and then there is a chandelier that has come from the top and kind of like smashed down onto Derek. You see Catherine.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Ada, are you writing this by hand?
Yes.
Why?
Because my brain doesn't work well when I type. Kathy. Okay.
You see Catherine laying on the floor in a child's bedroom, and there is a couple toys that are like scattered across next to her.
Okay. Did she trip?
It would appear something like that happened, yes. There's no obviously physical damage.
She tripped, comma, question mark. Got it.
And you see Jonathan in a what looks like some sort of like breakfast nook. There's a like table, and then there's a window that he has kind of been smashed through, and his body is like cut up and bleeding, and blood's everywhere all over everything in the breakfast nook.
Smashed through a window.
Oh my.
Oh God. Okay.
And then everybody witnesses Ada kind of get sucked out of her like snap out of her like zone there for a second.
Okay. I need a cigarette.
Smoking's bad for you.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I need one.
We're in the back of a smoke shop, dear.
Cool. I'll get one on the way up.
So, Joe, one of my moves is called the Man with the Plan, and it's something I have to roll at the beginning of each mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it, and then I'll have you read what that says.
Where's my stuff?
As the keeper and Catherine are tortured by cats.
So that is a 12.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, +2, baby.
So your Man with a Plan, what does that do?
So roll plus sharp on a 10 plus hold 2. Spend the hold to be where you need to be prepared and ready. On a miss, the keeper holds 1 they can spend to put you in the worst place, unprepared and unready.
Okay, so you won that. Stop it. You won that.
Our cats are so different.
So you get to keep 2.
Okay.
Okay, does anybody else have start of mystery moves that they need to do? All right. Everybody heads
I'm
out.
looking, Joe. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no, I'm good.
So aggressive. I'm looking.
Well, I don't know what I have.
No,
There's a lot
fine.
of
It was
new
very
stuff on
funny.
this. It's all good. This is our first time playing Monster of the Week, and we're all learning together. Well, some of us are all learning, or others are experienced. It's fine.
Right before we leave, I'll look to Marcus and be like, do they know that we're coming like tonight? Like, I know they hired us, but do they know we're going to show up right now at like 9:30 at night?
Oh, yes, of course. And he pulls out that drawer that he has next to his seat, grabs a set of keys, and tosses them at Jonathan. You'll need those. They will be at a hotel this evening. It will just be the 5 of you.
Oh, well, I'm glad I asked. We were halfway out the door, and I'm like jingling the keys to the
Good
rest
luck.
of the group.
And bring back any evidence you collect. You will be fiscally rewarded for any evidence that you find.
More Applebee's?
Fiscally
Telling
rewarded.
us to rob them.
And he winks.
I wouldn't be mad at Applebee's.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, but it's so much better when it's not us paying for it.
No, that's true. Free food is free food, and I'm always down for free food.
Heck yes.
We could do a little better than Apple Bapples.
I mean, true, but if they only give us Apple Bapples gift cards,
If we do
have
real
no
good, maybe they'll
choice.
give us Olive Garden.
See, Olive Garden would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus, write that down.
We want Olive Garden.
I feel like that may be a 3 mystery dinner thing. If we survive 3, we get like Olive Garden.
I will consider it.
Yes.
Breadsticks.
Good luck and stay safe.
As we're walking out, I'm going to turn to Benny because I know Benny's an expert on paranormal.
Yeah.
Benny, do you think we need to like stop and get anything before we go over there? I mean, I don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't deal with ghosts very often. I'm not even sure I
Okay.
believe in them. Sorry, Catherine. I just don't.
You haven't been
So-
in my ambulance.
That is true. That is true.
So, shadow people or shadow humans, they can either be spirits or they can be different entities. So it can either be a ghost or it could be something more. But the main thing is it likes to feed on fear. So no matter what, we cannot show our fear to it. It can be exterminated with like sage or, sometimes even just telling it to go the fuck away will make it go away. Sometimes it'll piss it off. It just depends on how high of a level this shadow person is.
So
We forgot to ask if the kids only saw them at night or if they saw them during the day. 'Cause I know we asked like if there was activity during the day, but if the
Yeah.
kids only actually saw them at night, it could be something else.
that's true. It also sounds kind of poltergeisty, but we have to be extremely careful or we're all gonna die tonight.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
don't-
sound great.
So I know that most of you do not know me very well.
I know you, and I just don't trust you very well.
I have premonitions.
Is that what you did with my cat?
No, I didn't do anything to your cat.
Wait, she's the one with the cat?
No,
She told me about this. I didn't know it was you, Catherine.
I put the hand over Jonathan's mouth. No. A different cat? Anyway, but I had visions of all of our deaths in specific rooms of this house.
Okay, so we just have to avoid those rooms that we died in.
Yeah, you want to tell us about what you saw?
Sure. So I was in a bedroom that had one of those cool canopy beds, and there was red sheets, and I had a knife in my back. Looking at you guys. I don't know if a ghost would stab me in the back, but I would hope you wouldn't. Benny, you were in the garage. You got crushed by a car. So I guess you're
How?
gonna get Christined in this whole thing. Derek, you get smashed by a chandelier in a great room. I know that's how you've always wanted to go, buddy.
It does make for a good story.
Catherine, I just saw your body in a kid's room with toys all around it. I'm assuming that you tripped, which is really not the most exciting death that could happen, but at least it might be quicker than some of the rest of ours.
I mean, I would have to have like my neck snapped or something. Like, you don't just die from tripping.
You were dead. Jonathan, you were in a breakfast nook and you got smashed through a window and you were like impaled on the glass. So, yeah.
So let's not split up the group when we search the house.
That's a good idea. And yeah, how often do you have these premonitions, Ada? They don't always come true, right? I mean, we went to the casino that one time and you didn't walk away with anything, so you can't be too good at seeing the future.
Ow.
Well, you didn't. You started
It's
with $200. You left with zero. I had to lend you money for lunch.
It was, listen, it's only when there's bad things gonna happen. I don't have premonition for money.
Okay, well, I'm just.
I don't know. Losing $200 is kind of bad.
If that
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
Okay,
Please
so
just tell me sometimes they're wrong.
I mean, I have them so that I can prevent them from coming true.
And that works.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure this isn't like a That's So Raven situation where they always come true anyways, and you're the cause.
No. God, oh God.
In preventing them, you cause them.
No.
your uncertainty is comforting.
Listen, I'm walking into the smoke shop and buying like at least 2 packs of cigarettes.
Oh, you had this conversation all here? I thought you. Okay.
No. It's walking.
I think we were
back.
walking
Like as
into
we're walking to the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this conversation is as we're going to the car and getting into the car.
The shop
She was just
itself is
notating
closed.
that she got her cigarettes.
Son of a bitch.
It's 9:30 on a Friday, and the shop is closed.
I'm gonna steal a pack of cigarettes.
Steal a pack of cigarettes.
I'm gonna leave money on the counter.
You leave money on the counter. And you all leave out the front door. And you get into the minivan, and you take the trek all the way to 123 Chandler Road, Salem, Massachusetts, United States, Earth.
Yeah.
Oddly specific,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, that's interesting.
And as you approach, you see it's a beautiful neighborhood. Looks very much like modern suburban America. The houses have a variety of vinyl siding, some older aluminum siding houses, some obviously older brick houses. But as you approach this house, it is one of the older looking brick houses. It has a fairly large porch on the front with a 2-car garage on the right-hand side of the porch. It is on the northern side of the road as you're approaching, and the front door is directly in front of this 3-step wooden porch that kind of covers. There are 2 windows on the left of the front door and 2 windows on the right of the front door, and then the garage is attached on the right. And again, it's normal brick house. Looks like it's a little bit older. Could be one of the older houses here in Salem, or at least in this neighborhood.
I'd like to pull out my phone and go to like a website like Zillow or something and type in the address and see when this house was built and the last time it was purchased.
15 years ago, and it sold for $110,000. Again, that was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was originally built in 1927.
I'm gonna look at everyone. This is a pretty old house. According to Zillow, it's from like 1927. So, I don't know. I kind of look at Benny. I don't know if these shadow ghosts or whatever only go in the old areas, but it does make sense. It seems to be a lot older than a lot of the houses in this neighborhood.
I'm gonna hop on Google and see if there were any uh, crimes, murders, anything historic on this street in this place since 1927.
I would
Or
like you
before.
to roll me an investigate a mystery roll. That's a sharp roll.
Okay. So 5, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. I think you get to ask one question with that, right?
I have the thing pulled up.
With a 10, hold 2 for 10 plus.
2. Okay. So you get to ask 2 questions.
Okay.
That's not on the resource.
On the hunter agenda.
Yeah, I posted it in Discord if you want to pull that up, Joe. The Hunter's revised quick reference.
Perfect. Thank you.
So I just ask from the questions
Yes.
on here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna ask what happened here, and what is being concealed here.
So when you do your Google search, you pull up, there's only really one thing of note, and it's fairly recently, about 16 years ago, an old lady, widowed, died of what appeared to be natural causes, but she was fairly healthy. It was kind of weird how she just suddenly died of natural causes because she was kind of renowned in the neighborhood. It's like an article that goes into her obituary and kind of explains that she wasn't expected to die. It just kind of happened suddenly, even though she was an older lady. She was spry, she was out in the neighborhood, she was active, and then she was just found dead one night. That happened 16 years ago. What is being concealed here? You don't really find anything other than that article about this particular location, but you do find an article on Frank L. Orphy. He had recently been promoted at his job, and things are starting to go really, really well for him. He has been given an accolade by the state or by the city of Salem, and he was recently recognized for his work and met the mayor, and yeah, some really suspicious dumb luck has been happening to Frank recently.
What was the old woman's name?
I didn't write that down, did I? Her name was Jean.
No last name, like Madonna?
You would make me make up a name. Jean Irrelevant.
It's French.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, it's relevante. But everybody just says relevant.
It's a regional thing.
It's fine.
Start walking towards the house.
Yeah. He's gonna be kind of scrolling through this and just be like, so not much besides this lady who used to live here 16 years ago. She was a bit older, but she was in good health, and she suddenly died. Kind of sus. And apparently, Mr. Orphy has struck some dumb luck lately and is getting all the goods.
Well, the only thing that we can do is go inside.
Well, real quick before we go in there, I'm like reaching down. I'm like saying this to everybody, and one of the bags I had brought, the one I had stopped to get from my truck, is part of my hunter type. I have a bag of microphones and cameras, and I want to set one camera up on the hood of the minivan facing towards the house, so that if anything happens, it will catch it in recording.
Okay. Hood of the minivan facing the house. Sorry about the noise.
Benny transfers over his EMF detector, his REM pods, and a bushel of sage, just in case. Oh, and his spirit box.
And I will say, I'm not going to haul around the entire bag of cameras, but I will pick up like 2 of the smaller ones and put them in my backpack that is coming with me. And I put the rest back in the minivan.
Okay.
I'm going to have my GoPro on. Yeah.
All right.
And also, I'm going to have my shotgun.
Loading a shotgun. Okay. Yeah. So you all have gathered up your equipment, and the camera is rolling facing the house. And you take the steps up the porch, and you get to the front door. All the lights in the house are off, except for there is a single light on the porch, lighting up the porch.
I'm going to jingle the keys. You all ready?
Yeah. Do you think they told their neighbors they were going to have people here, or the cops going to get called?
Probably told their neighbors. That's the smart thing for people to do.
Yeah,
And we have keys, so it's not like we're breaking a window.
That's true. And then we had a piece of paper with the details of the mission on it, right?
Correct. He gave you the picture of the family and the details of the mission.
Sure.
Is there a customer phone number?
There is, yes.
Okay, I'll point it out. Well, there's a phone number here, so if push comes to shove, we can give them a call.
That's fair.
In that packet, you
Yeah.
also find that there is a signed affidavit allowing you guys to enter the house this evening by the customer. So Frank L. Orphy has signed the paper allowing you entrance to his house this evening, and it has the Spirit logo at the top. It looks like it's an official document. And then at the very bottom of the document, you see LegalZoom.com.
All right. I'm going to open this door.
Sponsored.
If anything happens, I'm an organ donor, so don't let them put me to waste. I'm going to put the key into the thing and unlock the door.
Yeah. The door unlocks easily, and as you swing the door inward and open up the door, you see that immediately there is a foyer that's about 7 foot long, and on the left-hand side, there's like a little closet right immediately next to you, and then there's this on the right-hand side. There's an open archway that leads right into a dining room. You can see the table is set and has placements, and then in front of you, past that hallway, is a great room with seating around it, and you can see in the darkness this big chandelier at the top. You can also tell that there is a light switch immediately to your left.
I turn on the light. How dare you?
Oh.
Does the light not turn on?
The light does turn on.
Oh,
Okay.
And the foyer
Because
is lit up.
something was gonna happen if the light didn't turn on.
So Joseph,
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to be aware that I have this thing called the sight. You can see the invisible, especially spirits and magical influences. You may communicate with, maybe even make deals with the spirits you see, and they give you more opportunities to spot clues when you investigate a mystery. So I can see spooks.
Okay.
So I'm looking around.
You see nothing yet.
Always a good sign. Do we split in groups to check the house? This is a pretty big house.
I mean, we have all night.
Okay.
Based on your visions, I don't think we should, split up.
I was like Scooby-Doo style, 3 and 2 kind of thing.
I think we should check
stay
out
together.
the rooms that the kids have seen the apparition or the shadow person in.
Yeah, Catherine died in one of those, so we should definitely check out the rooms that people died in together.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic
No,
or
no,
not.
no, how you mean it?
And she's gonna like mess with her necklace a
She
little
does
bit and
this.
just like rub it, just like she's superstitious about her necklace.
Benny's gonna set up a REM pod at the entrance of the house.
Okay. It doesn't take you long. You're familiar with this setup. You just pop it open and then push the buttons and it powers up. Looks like it's got a 98% charge.
He's also gonna turn on his EMF detector, see if anything's going on at this point.
Were we given a map of the house so we would know?
In your folder, Jeremy, you did see that there is a layout. It's like a sketched layout.
Okay. Yeah, I think like kind of thumbing through the folder. Yeah, here we go. There's kind of a blueprint. Doesn't look like it's too detailed, but it's better than nothing. And I'll hand it over to Ada.
I take it and I go, okay, so they definitely saw it. Well, all three kids saw it in their room, so maybe we check those first. And then we head to the basement. I don't like heading to the basement, but we have to go there.
I mean, everything should be fine, right? I mean, he did describe this as like a beginner mission. Obviously it can't be too dangerous. It's just a shadow or something. It's just something scary.
What if you were right though and it's like a paralysis demon?
Yeah, that would be scary. I mean, I was, right back where I was started now, getting worried again.
So we just have to be careful.
Yeah, and it's not like we can't leave if things get a little too crazy, regroup, and then go back in.
That's a good point. If it is a demon, I feel like, like pat my side where I have a pistol. I feel like this might put a couple holes in it. If we run into a ghost, I'm not really sure what to do, to be honest.
Well, I have Sage, and just don't scream.
We can also do
I would like to go into the kitchen if I could see where the kitchen is.
do you hear doors opening?
Yeah, I did. I was looking for the kitchen. I don't know if that was me or something else.
You find the kitchen. It's, if you look at your map, I posted the map of the house.
Okay.
It's crudely drawn. It's not as like layout as that. It's just kind of a sketch, and the rooms are labeled as far as the bedrooms. The older son's bedroom is the top bedroom, and then the youngest son is the bedroom below that on the left.
Okay.
And then the bottom bedroom is the daughters, the middle.
God, this house is huge.
I'm gonna look for like table salt in the kitchen.
We have salt.
I didn't know that. I didn't think to bring salt, and then I thought, every sci-fi book you read has salt to keep things in. So
Playing those supernatural rules, I love it.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have all the salt you can get. Derek's gonna like pat his fanny pack though. He's like, I have a lot of herbs.
Is it just loose in the fanny pack, or do you have like
No, it's
files?
separated.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's alphabetical.
Alphabetical?
Derek.
Well, when you need
Okay,
something,
Joe,
that
I look
it really
around when I hear the
quickly-
door squeak.
You see that the bedroom door, apparently it just adds it to the playlist. That's not going to work. I'm going to have to figure out a better way to do that.
It opened a little bit, and then it opened a lot. So I think we need to go towards that way, because that door is opening. Do I see anything with my special eyes?
No.
Okay.
The door does look like it's slightly ajar. The only light that's on in this house right now is the porch light and the foyer light. The room that you're standing in.
I could play this like I play Phasmophobia. Just every light as I go.
Well, wait a minute. Let's be careful here. Doors don't just open on their own, and we already know we're dealing with something real strange here. I think we should
I have my gun.
be careful.
I have an EMF detector. It tells you when ghosts are near.
It is currently bouncing between 1 and 2, just kind of like...
Just a slight.
Yeah.
Did we see the door actually open? Like it was closed and now it's open?
It was closed. You did see it closed. It is now... It went... The first time it kind of like... You heard the handle click, and then you heard the door open. And then now it is standing open wide enough for someone to go in and out of the room.
Okay.
It's not like swung all the way open, but it's open.
Can I read a bad situation?
Yes, you can.
It's not good. Not a good roll. So read bad situation is sharp. Okay, so that's a total of 6.
Oh, mark experience.
Yep, you get to mark an experience point.
Yeah, and so I failed that. I'm not sure. Is that like the only one that doesn't have consequences when you fail, other than no information?
It doesn't say anything on here about,
Okay, because most of them get pretty bad when you fail. I'll just look over at Benny. Well, if the detector is not going crazy, I guess it's safe.
Benny is going to start heading slowly towards that room, turning on any lights that he possibly can as he goes.
Okay, so you head out of the foyer into the great room and kind of skirt to the left, and you see that the door is open, and there is a light switch that you flick, and that turns the light on in the great room. The light in the great room is the chandelier that you saw, Ada.
I just push Derek against the wall so that he is not walking underneath it.
Obviously, no activity right now.
Is there any... Oh, go ahead.
The chandelier was over a table, you said, or is it?
There's a small one in the dining room that's over a table, but the great room is just a chandelier.
Okay.
There's seating along the edges of the great room.
Okay, I'm getting this mental picture now.
No worries. If you have questions, ask. I'm trying to be descriptive, but what I'm looking at versus saying it, I want to make sure you're solid on those.
Yeah.
Has the EMF detector changed at all?
It's bouncing very, very sporadically from a solid 1, up to a 2, up to a 2, up to a 2, up to a 2. But it's very random.
Can I read a bad situation as I get closer to the bedroom?
Absolutely. Roll your bad situation read.
Also, Joe, real quick, just in all fairness, I'm looking at this, and on a failure with read a bad situation, I reveal information to the enemy.
Where do you see that listed?
That's in the source book. It wasn't on the
okay.
quick reference sheet. I just looked it up. So just in all fairness, that if there is anything to be revealed, I've revealed it.
How dare you?
Hey there, demons, it's me, ya boy.
It's your boy.
It's your boy, Jonathan.
That is...
Oh, okay, yeah. Got that before. Sorry,
a 9.
A 9.
Yes.
So hold 1. And you can... One hold can be spent to ask the keeper one of the following questions. So you can read... ask me, what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? Or what's the best way to protect the victim?
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
You start to hear what sounds like a very high-pitched squeak. Like a...
I would like to look up.
It is not coming from the room. You look up, and it is the chandelier bolt is very slowly turning. No one is there. You cannot see anything with your special vision, but the bolt is slowly turning.
Guys, we should leave this room right now. Quickly.
Go into the bedroom or away from the bedroom?
Let's go into the bedroom.
Yeah, I'm going to move quickly. I will follow those instructions.
Okay. So all 5 of you pile into this child's bedroom. No one has flipped on the light switch yet, but your eyes are adjusted so you can see that there is a bed in the middle of the room. Well, not in the dead center middle, but in the middle in between the 2 windows on the south wall. There's 2 windows on each side of the wall, and in between the windows, the bed kind of juts out from the center. There's a closet immediately to your left or on the eastern side of the room. The closet is slightly askew, and you can see that there are a lot of teenage goth wardrobe choices in the closet. High knee boots with the, black and white laces, a lot of fishnet, a lot of black.
I want to steal this girl's clothes.
There is a desk on the western and left part of the room, and there is a singular candle, not lit, on the desk. Looks like it has been used before.
Does it look like a spell candle or just
what color is it?
It is a off-white, and there does seem to be some kind of design. It's too dark in here until you flip on the light, and then you'll see that there is some kind of gold design that's been kind of emblazoned onto, and it looks like one of those spiritual candles that you would buy, but it's done up like one of those sugar skulls. It's very commercial. It doesn't look like it's handmade or anything. It looks like this is something that you would buy from Hot Topic or Spencer's or something like that.
Can I look around the room for anything like a Ouija board or anything spoopy?
Yeah.
Also, does this room look familiar? Does this look like the room that Catherine dies in?
No, this is definitely not that room.
Cool.
And there's no drapes, so this isn't the room that she died in, right?
No.
Right. This is not the master bedroom.
I die in the master. Didn't know that, but now I do.
Yeah, Ada, did any of us die in here? Because that would be good to know.
No, I told you the rooms you guys died
I know, I forget. It's just,
I
don't want any of us to die.
No, I don't want anybody to die either. I kind of like you people.
Aw.
You're a little iffy. I'm looking for spooky things in the room.
Okay, yeah, there are all kinds of spoopy things because this is a goth teenager's bedroom.
Listen, as someone who is also a goth kid, things that would freak normal people out wouldn't freak me out. I'm looking for the things that would freak me out.
Gotcha. Nothing in this room seems out of the ordinary for a typical teenage goth. A lot of this stuff is bought commercially from stores. There's nothing that looks like she's into. She doesn't have any witchcraft books or anything like that in her room. It's just decorated.
Not that kind of goth.
Yeah, it's just decorated in that kind of stuff. Skulls. Black.
That's fair.
Some neon.
Yes.
You see that on her desk, there's a lot of used makeup.
Fair.
I'm going to set up a REM pod in this room.
Yeah, it doesn't take you long.
And then check the EMF detector, see is it still just bouncing 1 to 2?
It is bouncing 1 to 2.
Do we hear a crash yet in the other room?
Nope.
Joe, I have this thing called hunches.
Okay.
This may not pertain now, but when something bad is happening or just about to happen somewhere that you aren't, roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, you know where you need to go just in time to get there. On a 7 to 9, you get there but too late, in time to intervene but not to prevent all together. On a miss, you get there just in time to be in trouble yourself.
Okay.
I would.
I will
I feel like-
notate that.
Okay.
Okay, hunches. Are you sure you wanted to tell me that?
I did, because I feel like there's bad things gonna happen. I took a lot of the hopefully preventing badness stuff.
It's okay. I have panic buttons, so.
This sounds like fun. So as you're hanging out in this goth teen's bedroom, it actually starts to feel like a fairly safe place in this house. There's nothing going on in here. The EMF is just bouncing that sporadic, like 1 to 2. It's just like picking up like maybe the electricity somewhere.
Okay.
It's just kind of bouncing. Your REM is not signaling anything.
Okay, so I don't believe that whatever it is going to show itself here. At least not right now. So we have choices to make.
Yep.
We can either go to the other bedrooms
Mm-hmm.
or the basement.
I feel like we should leave the basement for last. Like clear one level and then go.
Yeah.
Also, hear me out.
We leave.
No, I really want that
Oh.
Applebee's.
Okay.
We could check out the places that you saw us die in your vision.
Why would you say such terrible words to me?
I mean,
One of those is one of the kids' rooms.
We have the other kids' room to go in. Like they're somewhat close to each other, so let's
Yeah.
move through the hallway, turning on every single light switch we can find. Because if we get to a point where the light switches don't turn on, we should run out of that room. Because we will die.
just remember, you can't show fear. These things feed off your fear. The more fear you show, the stronger these things get.
I've got my good luck charm, so I think I'll be okay.
Oh, and
Fine.
your good luck charm?
That's
My-
weird.
My necklace?
Oh. He's gonna go out the hall to the other bedroom.
You know, I just had a thought. What if, hear me out here. I know it might sound crazy, but just follow the thread. What if this is a test? Come on. Why would Marcus just send us out here? He doesn't even really know us. We applied. He just took us based on our word, and now we're on a mission hunting ghosts.
If
There's
this
probably
was
cameras all over this place.
Okay.
This is just a test.
But if it was just a test,
This is Marcus's house, probably.
why would I have visions of people dying?
I don't know, Ada. I don't pretend to know why you imagine crazy things all the time. I'm just saying.
I'm not
this
imagining it.
Look, I'm just saying.
How?
Marcus is paying us with a $20 Applebee's gift card. This is probably just
It
a
has
test
to be
see.
more than $20 this time, right?
Does it? Have you been to Applebee's? That can feed all of us.
It was $100 last time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
to be fair.
Applebee's. We cannot eat at Applebee's for $20.
Two of us can.
Even then, it's not really.
Okay, I'm going. Yeah, Benny's gonna start going into the other kid's bedroom.
Skirt the room so that that thing doesn't fall on you. What was that, Joseph?
As you're leaving this bedroom, you hear the front door squeak open.
Oh, hell no.
Did the REM pod that was at the front go off?
You did not hear it go off.
We should move back to the front door and lock it. That way, if it moves again, we know something had to unlock it.
If we lock it, we may panic and not be able to unlock it when we need to get out.
There's windows.
Remember, this one was impaled on one of
Yeah, I'm
those.
not going by the windows. Benny, if it's a ghost, that would pick that up, right?
Did we
Yeah.
close the door when we came in the house?
No one specified that they did.
Probably not.
So knowing Joe, That translates to we did not close the door when we came in the house, and so
What
it was
monster
probably
just leaves it
legitimately the
open,
wind.
though?
I'm that monster. Listen.
We were a
This is
paranoid group.
This is a test. I'm telling you, it's either a test or a paralysis demon. Because it's
Okay.
obviously not ghosts, or else they'd be picking up on those reader things.
We may not have gotten there yet, Jonathan. So let's go to the other kids' bedrooms and we'll just make our way towards the front of the house.
I'm gonna take a look at the chandelier as we go through that room. Is
Skirting that
something
room?
still skirting-ish?
So the way the
Is
layout
the bolt
is,
still coming out?
if you're coming out of the room, you're in this hallway that leads into the great room, and you look up and it does not look like it's moving. You can't hear the squeaking, and the bolt looks like it's stationary. And you can see it clearly because you did flip on the light and the chandelier is on. To your left is the other bedroom, and straight across from you is the bathroom.
Gonna move to the bedroom, keeping an eye out and on the EMF detector as well.
Okay. The EMF continues to bounce between 1 and 2, and you open the bedroom that is immediately next to the one that you came out, and you open the door and you can tell immediately that this is a 12-year-old's bedroom. Minecraft bed sheets. There's posters of Fortnite and Minecraft all over. There is a bed in the northernmost corner of the room, and then a desk straight across from the door that you're at, and there's a computer on that desk. The computer's monitor is lit up like it's on, but there's nothing on the screen.
Is this the bedroom that Catherine died in?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna flip on the light.
Flip on the light, and as soon as you flip on the light, a bulb pops, and the light goes out in this room.
Catherine is backing up.
Just a blown bulb, it's fine. Benny's gonna turn on his flashlight. Hey, Jonathan,
Yeah?
maybe take some pictures in each of the rooms that we're in. If there is a spirit in here, maybe we can capture it on the camera.
Sure. I mean, I got my phone, and then, well, yeah, here it is. I got this disposable one, too. I mean, do you think there's a difference between digital and, traditional?
Well, not really, but digital we can see now, and I think only Walgreens develops cameras now.
CVS does too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've had this thing since, like, middle school. I'll just, like,
Yeah,
put it
aren't they
back in the
even
bag.
open, though?
I look around
Not
the
right
room
now.
as they're talking. Do my eyes see anything?
In the far corner, across from where you're at, against the bed, you catch a small glimpse, or a quick glimpse, not a small, a quick glimpse of a 6-foot shadow up against the wall that seems to fade into the wall and disappear.
Well, the thing was in here.
What? Where? I'm, like, pulling out my phone to
It
start
was,
recording.
and I'll point to where it was. Can I do my investigate a mystery?
Yes, you
with
can.
my
Roll.
eyeballs?
Roll and investigate.
Okay, give me a second. Burp. But it shouldn't be terrible. 10.
Hold 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with what sort of creature is it? Like, did I pick up anything while it was there?
Definitely a shadow creature. it didn't seem to have a three-dimensional form. It looked like it was a shadow plastered up against the wall, and then it just kind of disappeared into the wall. So it didn't look like it was like a three-dimensional person standing there. It looked like somebody was standing there, and then they were casting a shadow, and the shadow was what you were seeing, and then the shadow disappeared into the wall.
Is there anything appearing on my screen of my phone that we're not seeing visually with our eyes?
There is a bit of a little glitch spot, and you notice that your battery is draining rapidly. You know you charged the phone before you started, but it is at 56%.
This is not normal. I'm like showing everyone like the void, and then also how my battery is dropping like 1% every like 20 seconds.
Benny, oh, go ahead.
I had another question. I'm sorry. What was it going to do?
It was going to hurt somebody.
Oh, bad feelings.
Yes.
The shibbies. It definitely wants to hurt somebody.
Probably because we aren't its family.
Maybe.
Benny's gonna pull out his spirit box. And flip it on, just be like, okay, I'm gonna ask it some questions, okay?
Okay.
Bad idea.
Why is it a bad idea? Maybe it can give us answers.
Yeah, answers like, I want you dead.
Well, at least we'll know it wants us dead. Is there anyone there?
It's just going through the channels, the spirit box, how it just kind of rotates through the effort. Yeah, that shh.
Are you Gene Irrelevante? Irrelevant?
Just shh.
Did you die here? Okay, it wants us to get out. Everybody heard that, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Or it will kill us, is what it said.
You got that in recording, right? There's your proof.
Yeah, I'm like holding the phone. I was recording at that moment.
Okay, so maybe we leave this room.
Cool.
I'm going to stop the recording so that it saves before my phone dies.
Good
Okay.
idea.
Yeah, you stop that recording.
I also
When
have
I
the
stop
GoPro.
recording, does my battery stop dying so quickly?
No,
It's
it's
just dying.
still draining.
Are your phones dying like this too? I mean, this thing's almost dead. I charged
I'm gonna
it
pull
right
my
before we
phone
left.
out.
Yeah, everybody's is right about 52%.
Oh shit. Maybe we go outside and make a phone call to Marcus. Figure out what messes with technology this much.
This
Oh,
is our
spirits
first
do.
mission. We can't just call Marcus.
Okay,
We're not
maybe.
just calling Dad.
No, I was talking about more of an expert that knows things about this stuff.
We were told to get
Sure.
proof. We got proof.
I am literally the expert.
Okay, so what drains technology, Benny?
Ghosts, spirits. That's how they make things happen, is they use the electromagnetic field to energize themselves and
But
do
your
things.
thing wasn't booping.
No, but everybody else's phones are draining. It's using the battery life from our phones, and that's what caused it to.
Wouldn't it boop?
Where's the boops,
If it-
Benny?
Yeah,
The
Benny.
boops.
Where are the boops?
The boops
The
happen when
boops.
it goes towards it. It's not using the.
Derek, is there some magic you can use to like find out what's going on here, stop this from draining our phones? I mean, what if we need to make a call in an emergency?
Yeah, what if we need the
Probably,
Ghostbusters?
We
Oh
are
no,
the
we got Marcus
Ghostbusters.
there. Yeah.
Jealous?
I want to go to the basement, and that's where I'm going.
What? Well, you're not
You
going
guys can-
alone.
Well, then you better hurry up.
God damn it. I follow this stupid man.
Benny
Look-
follows as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over at Catherine. Should we split or just stay together? I mean,
No, we stay together.
all right. I
If
guess
we
we'll go
die,
to the
we're dying
basement.
together in the basement.
Apparently. I'm really hoping, guys, that my panic button will save us.
Okay.
Have you ever heard your ambulance say something like that?
No, my ambulance doesn't say things like that. That doesn't
'Cause
want
it's an
it.
ambulance.
People are more like, "I'm sorry," or "It's okay," or "Why didn't you do more?"
That's really sad.
But you have multiple ghosts in your ambulance?
I told you it's haunted.
So you have a remorseful spirit. This is a angry spirit.
Okay, let's just let's go to the basement. Clear
One
out the
spirit
basement.
at a time, Benny.
Oh, but it's so awesome.
Spirit. Should have brought my flask.
I have cigarettes. Would you like a cigarette?
I'm okay. I'm not gonna smoke in these people's house.
That's fair. What about vape? Do you vape?
I'm good.
You're having
Okay.
this
Vape,
conversation
bro.
as
As we're going.
Derek,
Yes.
you leave the bedroom and back into the hallway, which is kind of illuminated from the great room where the chandelier is at. And as you're heading in there, you cross the threshold from the hallway into the great room, and you start to hear that sound again. And if you look up, you can see that it is very slowly moving.
I pushed Derek out of the room.
No, I want to read a bad situation.
Do
Eat
it.
Oh, okay.
Roll a read a bad situation. Oh, I lost my bookmark. I should have earmarked that.
I got an 8, and I also have a feature that's called Third Eye. You open up your third eye to take in extra information. I get a +1 extra hold, and I can see invisible things.
Oh.
That hasn't helped me, so.
Okay, what'd you roll?
8.
17. Hold 1. So you get to hold 1, and
I
then
get
you
an
get the
extra one,
extra
though,
one.
from
So you
mine,
get
yeah.
the hold 2. And you can ask 2 questions.
Okay. What's the best way to protect the victims? How do I keep us from?
So you've realized that this this chandelier and the squeaking and the moving piece only happens when you're in the room.
Mhm.
This thing probably has maybe 5 or 6 more turns before it's off the thread and the light comes down. And it looks like it's doing 1 turn, like every time you come into the room. Like 1 turn, 1 turn, 1 turn, like it's very slow. So you've got maybe about 5 more minutes while you're in this room before that comes crashing down.
Okay.
So maybe we should. Never mind. Ignore me.
Well, I want to see what happens when tell the others this. I want to see what happens if the chandelier falls and we're not underneath it. So I'm gonna wait here. I might do a little magic.
Okay, what magic are you doing?
I would like to. Well, I'd like to bar this place from the shadow creature. I want to kick it out of this room.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and describe how you perform your magic. What do you have, like a very flourished movement, or is it just kind of like you utter something and the words kind of like?
It's not very embellished. He does pull out oils and some herbs from his fanny pack, and like kneels down and draws a sigil on the ground. He has like very kind of stained and calloused fingers from doing this a lot. He doesn't use like a wand or anything. It's just components. So he draws a sigil and touches it and speaks his incantation.
Okay. As you do that, the squeaking stops. And there's a weight that's kind of lifted from the room.
Is there any noise in the rest of the house?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Joe, so I have a hunter move as the searcher, and I didn't think about it till right now. I think it'll be all right. Whenever I see a new type of creature for the first time, I may ask one of the investigate a mystery questions.
Oh, okay. Ask that now, since you saw it earlier.
Right. What type of creature is it?
It is a shadow demon.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the others. I was thinking about it, and I don't know if I don't think it's a ghost. I know we were kind of joking around earlier, but I do think that is actually a demon, a shadow demon. I mean, like you said, it's not setting off the readers. We saw it materialize right through that wall. I really do think this is a demon, everyone. And I've definitely ran into some things before in the woods, but I've never ran into a demon. Honestly, Ada, Derek, this might be more the kind of thing you two might need to handle. Because, I mean, Benny, you know, I know you research this stuff a lot, but have you ever actually expelled anything like this? Some sort of a demon or even a ghost for that matter?
Well, I mean, I've dealt with like ghosts before, especially in Catherine's ambulance. I've never actually expelled them, but I know how to.
What about you, Derek? Have you ever encountered something like this? I mean, I know you got that magic. I don't even understand what magic, how it even works. Like, can you just do anything you want? What's going on?
If you're super powerful, you can, but I'm still working on that. I do think that maybe I'd like to look in the basement. I can see the past. I want to see maybe if something happened with I want to see the time that the father saw this demon thing, you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of like wondering if maybe Mr. Orpheus has something to do with all this. Because, I mean, the old lady dropped dead suddenly, and now he's getting a raise and a nice car and shaking hands with the mayor and getting all the Applebee's he wants. Like,
what if he's just good at his job?
What Benny's saying is there's no coincidences.
You really think this guy's a demon, though?
No, but
No,
No,
not
I think
him,
he
but-
made a
No
deal
way.
with the demon.
or opened up a portal.
I'm gonna do a Google search about shadow demons.
You can do that as we go. Remember, time is concurrent, so it is 10:26 in the evening now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shadow
I think we're heading towards the basement.
demons.
Okay. As you're crossing the great room, now feels like it's much safer than it was before. The squeaking has stopped. You have to cross past the kitchen and breakfast area, and as you're getting there, Ada is on her phone, so she doesn't notice that this is the room that Jonathan got smashed through the window. And Jonathan, you get a chill. And it feels like someone has grabbed you on the shoulders.
just shiver and then kind of turn around, like thinking one of the people, one of them has just like touched my shoulder for some reason, and then I'm a little freaked out to see nobody there.
And the feeling, the sensation of someone grabbing your shoulders is still there.
Can I look up?
I think there's something behind me.
I would like to use one of my man with a plan holds.
Okay.
And he's going to take his... Hang on, let me look and see what it says.
Yeah, no problem. New characters, new game. If we need to, ease into things and get used to our characters, we can take time to read things and stuff. No big deal.
He is going to grab Jonathan and kind of pull him away and to the far, kind of push him to the far side of the room away from the windows.
Okay.
And grab his sage out.
Yeah, something just definitely grabbed me. Something just grabbed me right there.
And you feel conflicted,
and I'm
Jonathan.
just like putting salt around him.
Do I feel like I'm still being grabbed as I'm...
You feel that pressure on your shoulders, and it's pulling you towards the windows. Not like physically pulling you, but there's that... It's like this force of gravity or force of, strength kind of trying to fight against your friend pushing you across the room. So there's this, pull towards the windows that feels like it's somebody grabbing you by the shoulders and, fighting for you to stay where you're at as you're being pushed across the room. Ada, as you look up from your phone and realize this is the room and as you look to your left, that bay window is where you saw him through the window, Jonathan through the window.
Do I see the thing holding him?
You don't.
What the fuck is happening? Nothing is invisible and everything's the worst. I would have helped push Jonathan away from the windows.
Yeah.
In my panic, I want to go, Oliver, make it stop! And I'd like to use magic.
Yeah. Oliver, this so everybody sees out from under your pocket or under your coat jacket or something.
Yeah, just out of my pocket.
There's this little tennis ball sized eyeball that pops up with wings, and it blinks and kind of looks around, and it kind of focuses on the area right in front of you, Jonathan, and this little mouth underneath. It's a very thin mouth underneath this giant eyeball. It's kind of like a beholder without all the stalks. Mouth kind of drops down, bearing teeth, and you hear this very that. We're just gonna go with it. You hear and a hiss, and the pressure on your shoulders kind of lets up and lets go and dissipates.
Okay. Can I use magic? I know we discussed, because it says right here that me and the keeper have an agreement on the abilities, and I was thinking of it kind of being similar to a familiar in D&D, so I could use magic through it. Do you just want it to immediately dissipate, or do you want me to roll?
Go ahead and roll, because you feel the pressure loosen up, but it hasn't resolved yet.
Okay, so that's going to be 7.
Okay.
Which on a 7 to 9, it works imperfectly. Choose my effect and a glitch, and then you'll decide what effect the glitch has. So for my effect, I would like to deal 1 harm to the magical to whatever this entity is, and for the glitch, the magic draws immediate unwelcome attention.
Okay. So yes, as soon as the your little friend comes out and hisses at it, you hear that right in front of you, and you feel that pressure grab down, and your collarbones feel like any more pressure and they're gonna snap, and you all feel the pull of him being pulled back in towards that room aggressively.
And just
Did
for
my salt circle do anything?
Your salt circle
Yeah.
has not done anything.
Damn.
and for all of you playing and also the viewers, Oliver is from one of my searcher abilities called Guardian. I have a mystical ally, perhaps a spirit, alien, cryptid, or other entity in disguise. They help defend me. I can define them, their powers with the Keeper's Agreement. And me and Joe have talked about this prior to now. And Oliver acts similar to a familiar in Dungeons and Dragons. So I can communicate with Oliver. I can kind of send him out to scout, and I can do magic through Oliver.
I would
And
like to request. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying Oliver is a tiny golf ball size.
Oh, I'm sorry, I made him bigger than
fuzzy. Well, I imagined him pretty small, like a golden snitch or something from Harry Potter. A small, purple, fuzzy golf ball sized creature with a big round eye, 2 little horns, some tiny little bat wings. And Oliver does have some tiny little feet and a mouth, but you can't even see them because they're just like retracted and buried beneath his fur.
It's so cute. That's
And
me as a
Oliver lives
player,
in my
not me as a
Oliver
character.
lives in my pocket.
I'm gonna like try and wrap my arms around Jonathan and try and pull him away.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and protect him and like get him away from that thing.
There is a move
would-
for that.
I would also like to try to do that using Power of Heart. When fighting a monster, I don't know if this will apply, but you can tell me yes or no. When fighting a monster, if you help someone, don't roll cool. You automatically help as though you rolled a 10.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so everybody kind of grabs on and you get on one side and you're like, I'm not losing this person, and you just push them across the threshold of the breakfast nook and kind of right up against the staircase down into the basement. And while you're pushing with that determination, Jonathan, you feel the pressure kind of like lose grasp, like the hands kind of just like slip off you.
So I think it's gone. And by the way, this is Oliver. I told you they're real. I met this little guy a couple years ago when I ran into those creatures.
Is he the one that keeps stealing my snacks out of our place?
Like I told you, Oliver has to eat.
I'm gonna process this later.
Benny's gonna go up to Jonathan and like kind of tug at the collar of his shirt and look to see if there's any marks left.
Yeah, you see that the collar of the shirt looks like it's been kind of like burned through. It's not like been on fire, but like if you were to hold it up to a hot source and it like starts that burn process, so no flames are involved, but that like charred,
the singeing.
Yeah, the singeing, and it's in the shape of a thumbprint and then like 4 fingers.
Then he's going to take out his cell phone and take pictures of it for proof.
So we know what it is. We could just leave and have a more expert team exercise this fucking thing.
Make sure the family stays away for a
Yeah.
little bit. But Derek wanted to go into the basement.
Well, he's a dumb man.
Look, we came here to solve a mystery, and we're going to
we
solve it. We're not- we
solved
don't.
How about
But we
we
should solve
go
the
into the
problem.
basement, see if there's any more, evidence, and then we'll get our stuff and go.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm with Derek here. We need to solve this issue. This is our first mission. We can't just come back and say like, yeah, we saw the shadow thing and ran away.
This happened for a reason, and I think the best evidence is to find out why.
Fine.
But if this thing gets any more violent, we should
Handsy?
leave. Yeah. I mean, social distancing is still kind of a thing, so it obviously
Yeah.
didn't get the message.
Kind of glad the family isn't here, or we'd have to have masks on.
I'm so sick of wearing a mask.
Yeah, is there a light switch? Did go down into the basement?
As you open the door, there is a light switch right on the landing there before going down the staircase, yes. And it is pitch black down there.
Gonna flip on the light switch and also use my other hold for Man with a Plan.
Okay, what are you using the hold for?
It's just I'm where I need to be and I'm prepared and ready for whatever happens.
Gotcha, okay. So you flick the switch.
Fuck, every time.
And for a split second, the basement lights up. And then the light bulb explodes. And there's a dim red glow coming from the basement.
Every night I've ever had screams, "Get the fuck out of there."
I would like to read a bad situation, please.
Do it. Read a bad situation.
That's sharp, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a 13.
Oh, shit. You may ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the listed ones.
Okay. Let's see. The hell is the glowing red light?
Exactly. With you being the expert and seeing what you've seen and assessing everything that you've seen tonight, there is some sort of demonic something going on down there. Probably some sort of like summoning portal or some sort of what's the word? Ritual.
Ritual.
Some sort of ritual happening in the basement.
Okay, are we in over our heads?
You definitely get the sense that this is probably dangerous, but being the group that you are, you can probably deal with this. You've dealt with a lot of the threats so far tonight very well, and you've handled yourselves very well. It's gonna be risky, it's gonna be dangerous, but you can probably get this thing handled.
And do I know how to...
You spending your last hold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or can I keep that hold and ask a question the further in the basement we go, or do we have to ask it?
I think you can, if you have a hold, you can ask it any time, right? Is that how those work?
Yeah, as long as it's relevant to
the
situation. So I can't go into another room and ask a question. It has to be.
No, I think if you mark a hold, you can use that hold to assess the situation. You just can't use that hold to kick ass. So like your holds are specific to the moves that you build them up with, but you can use those holds anytime.
I'm gonna hold that other hold.
Okay. So you can assess the situation. You got one other hold left.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to turn back to the group and be like, okay, yeah, no, it is a demon. And it has been summoned, which I told you it was probably the dad getting all that good luck, and this is the consequence. I think we could take it.
What do you mean take it? Like close the portal?
Yeah, like close the portal, banish it,
Okay.
get rid of it. It could be risky.
Fair.
But I mean, we've kind of kicked ass throughout this entire house so far. So
why don't we try and close the portal, but we're gonna have to be downstairs. Derek, do you know anything about closing portals?
I do.
Okay. I can probably assist you with
banishment. And then as long as we banish the entity, we can get rid of the ritual area.
Well, we have to
think we
close
can
the
take care
portal
of it.
first, right? Is that what you mean? And then we could just scrape the whatever markings they have on the floor, because you usually need some sort of circle to summon anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, let's go fuck up this portal.
We should probably we should get the demon through the portal and then break the circle.
Yeah, that's fair. I have spooky stuff. Maybe it would want to come towards me.
We're not using you as bait.
I'm not saying use me as bait. I'm just saying maybe lead it to the portal.
You literally just said that.
You know, it's fine. I can be bait. I don't give a shit.
He's gonna like crouch down at the top of the stairs and take the guitar case off of his back and unzip it, and he pulls out like this big, super heavy ornamental sword.
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
The guitar case.
You saw where it came from.
Okay.
Benny's gonna lead the charge and start down the stairs first. Carefully.
Yeah, I'll go right behind him in case I need to yoink him away.
And it's entirely dark down there, right? Like the light bulb that shattered was downstairs.
I have my
Right. The
flashlight
only
out.
light that you can see coming up from the staircase is this. It almost looks like a red candle flame is flickering.
Okay. I'm going to turn on my flashlight, but I'm going to also be like, Oliver, which I guess now that he's not hiding, or they're not hiding, is just kind of floating around my head. You mind helping us out? And I'm going to try to use magic again to see if I can have Oliver create like a light, like an illuminating light.
Okay. Roll your use magic roll.
All right. Ooh, that was very good this time. That's 11.
Okay. Yeah, it
So use magic, 11. Yeah, it works
yep.
without issue.
It's almost like a flashlight coming out of his eye.
Okay.
Just kind of when he blinks, the light dims.
So I'm going to have a flashlight out, and then Oliver's floating beside my head, just beaming this light around the room as well.
Yep, and it's almost kind of like a very, like, it's not as strong as a spotlight, like a floodlight, but it's the breadth of a floodlight. So it's
just
a little bit stronger than a flashlight, but like less strength and more flood.
Okay, so we got a couple lights going down these stairs. Okay.
You head down the stairs, and as you do, just a second. There we go. You start hearing that.
I'm gonna push record on my phone.
Do we see
More
anybody
evidence?
chanting?
As you get down the precipice where you go lower than the floor of the house, and you can kind of see into the basement, you see this crudely drawn pentagram out of sticks and twigs with candles on all 5 points, and in the center of this pentagram, kind of floating above it, there is this shadowy figure, and it's feminine except for the fingers are very long, look like sharp talons. You cannot see any like discerning 3D shape. It's just a floating shadow with like this smoke-like stuff that's coming off of the ends and the elbows and stuff. And there's these horns that kind of come out and down towards the shoulders. The only thing that you can like really see are the piercing white dots of eyes. That
I'll
Take
leave
a
Face's
picture.
phone and take a picture.
Yeah. I haven't used my phone the whole time. I'm taking a picture of this.
While they're taking pictures, can I read a bad situation?
Yes,
That's
you
what
can.
I was gonna ask.
Both of you roll.
I got it to first this time.
There will be a quick flash as I use my disposable camera to take a picture of the room. Is there anything especially disturbing in that 1 second of bright flash?
Actually, yes.
It turns and screams at us.
So roll your assassinations, and then Jonathan, I'll come back to you.
The person that has to develop those photos is gonna have a heart attack.
Joe, I want to prep panic button. So I'm planning our escape,
Okay.
just so you know.
Go ahead, Derek.
I got an 11.
I got a 12.
Okay. A 12 gets to ask any question they want, and an 11 gets to ask 2. You hold 2.
Sweet.
So, Derek, which 2 questions do you want to add?
Let's see.
Actually, you get to hold 3
Oh, do you get
on
to
a
hold
bad
3?
read a bad situation on
Yeah.
10 plus.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't an assess. It was the read a bad situation.
And have my third eye, so I can ask 4, but I don't know if I need to ask 4 because all the things. So, what's my best way in?
Down the stairs, there seems to be actually an alcove that must have been like a coal chute or a laundry chute, but it's bigger than like the small little laundry chutes. It's big enough to hold a person, and you could duck into there and kind of be protected from whatever happens around there.
Okay. And are there any dangers in this basement that we haven't noticed?
No, the only danger is the demon that's floating in the center of the pentagram.
Perfect.
Well, no. Let me rephrase that, because if you want to get technical, there are lots of dangers because this demon could use the environment against you. The rafters could be pulled down on top of you. Who knows if there's asbestos in there? You know, that kind of thing. So the environment could be, you're in a dingy, dirty basement, and this is an unfinished basement. So the environment itself could be considered a danger, but really the only thing is the demon.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll let Ada go check out her stuff. I'm interested in getting in the coal chute and starting kind of a big magic to close that portal.
Okay.
Rid of the demon.
What is your question, Ada?
So on this, do I also get 3 because I did it? Because it's 10 plus hold 3.
Yeah, you get to hold 3.
Okay.
And you may ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the listed ones.
Cool. How do I stop it?
What was discussed earlier, getting the demon, which the demon is already in the pentagram, so banishing the demon back and then destroying the pentagram will keep it from returning.
Okay.
But if it leaves the pentagram, you know that you're going to have to get it back inside the pentagram to banish it back.
Banishment first. Got it.
Okay. Is there a way for me to distract it or is there a way for me to hold it in the pentagram? Like either with magic or something like that.
Magic or some sort of spiritual ritual would be the only way to hold it. You know that any physical attempt to physically restrain it would fail.
Okay. Do I think that Derek and I have enough magic to actually do that?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to the others and go, okay. I think Derek and I could probably hold it in place as soon as we banish it. We need some of you to run over to destroy the pentagram. Okay.
I have a juju bag.
Okay.
What's
It
that
might
mean?
help. Well, it's pretty much just a bag of lots of stuff, and my intent can cause damage or whatever I want to the the creature. So if I want it to stay put,
Okay.
fate's willing,
I mean,
it'll stay put.
it could also help Derek and I hold it as well.
Mhm.
Okay, so the three of us will hold it and banish it,
Mhm.
and Jonathan and Catherine, you guys destroy the pentagram.
Mhm.
But wait for this. Like, wait until we have it banished.
Yeah, wait until
Don't
it's...
get close.
Yeah. We'll yell now when we're ready for you to get it.
So do we just need to break the pentagram, or do we have to do something to it?
We just have to break it.
Just one line.
Yeah.
All right. Doesn't seem too hard.
Well, I mean, after we break the one line, we can break the rest of it too.
Overkill is not a bad thing here.
Yeah, no.
For the record, I am planning on just like running in and kicking the shit out of the sticks.
When we tell you to, right? Not
Yeah,
just
when you tell me to, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Like when I get the signal, I'm just running in and kicking the shit out of the sticks, making them fly everywhere.
Okay. All right, let's do
All
this.
right. Let's kick some ass.
No, we're not kicking ass, Benny.
We're doing big magic.
Oliver,
Doing
come here.
some-
I don't want you to
some
get hurt.
magics.
Oliver.
What?
Glitters back into my pocket. He lives in a Gachupon plastic container.
Yay!
Ada, I think it'd probably be best if you went into this chute. It's a little more protected. I'll stay out here.
Excuse you?
I'm just saying it's a good option.
Sure, but you're also in danger, so I will be in danger. It's fine.
That's not fine.
Anyway, magic.
We're gonna talk about
102.7.
this.
Talk about later.
As you attempt to start moving, it begins.
Don't care. Magic. Hold
Yep.
place.
You're casting
So-
your magic as it's talking.
Ada, are you trapping it in place, and I'll work on banishing it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Ada trap it in place
Okay.
as well.
You roll a what is it? A text
Help
someone?
out.
Help out, yeah. And then
Fail on this one.
Ada, you're doing
Use magic.
use magic, and Derek
Use
Also-
magic.
use
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah. Ada's doing the trap, and I'm doing the banishment.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a 10. So you add +1 to your roll,
Sweet.
Ada.
Sweet. That's a +3 for me.
Nice.
Oh, balls. I did not need it. But thank you. 15.
Whew. 15. All right.
Yeah. Double sixes, yo.
So it begins
Yeah.
to talk, and you're like, nah, shh. And you just like paralyze it, and it begins to kind of like, instead of hovering, it like gains weight and starts to take on like this 3-dimensional form. And instead of that smoky stuff, you see it seems to kind of solidify and like fall and land on the ground and is just like frozen in place.
Can I describe what I look like when I do magic?
Go for it. Of course you can.
So I take on like completely blacked out eyes, and like I look a little more menacing than I normally do. But I'm just like, I hold it.
Okay. And then what was your use magic roll, Derek?
I got a 12.
Yeah.
Benny is recording this entire thing with his phone.
Yeah, between Ada and her spoopiness
GoPro.
and Derek and like he's drawing these symbols in the floor with his sword, and he's got these oils out, and he's like throwing herbs around. It is a little dramatic now.
This one is showy.
So as you're doing that, it takes you a couple seconds to kind of prep out, and the demon is just kind of stuck. Ada, you start to feel this pressure. It's more emotional and like internal of this struggle. You feel anxiety building up and your heart begins to race a bit. But just as you feel like you're about to lose control of the situation, the demon lets out a horrible roar. And it almost looks as if this thing that is paralyzed is in complete and total pain. But as it's finishing its roar, it laughs and just turns into this smoke that dissipates and gets sucked into the pentagram into the ground.
Kicking it.
I thought you were down.
Kicking it.
And you run in and you kick the pentagram and break the twigs. And as soon as you break the twigs, this heaviness that has been sitting in this house for a long time just immediately breaks. And you can immediately smell the damp, musty basement that you're in.
Is that it?
You say that like it's a simple thing that just happened.
I would like to go to where the pentagram was and look around and see if there is anything that might kind of like a trigger object that maybe the father would have used for luck, or something that an intent for this demon to be here.
Can you roll me a investigate a mystery roll, please? That's a sharp roll.
Sure.
It's not the father, but the mother.
That's 9 plus 2, so 11.
Yeah, you can ask me. You hold 2, and you can ask me as many questions as you want. I think it's the 2 or the 3. You have 3 for... No, you have 2 for this.
Hold 2.
Yep. So you can ask me 2 of those questions.
What happened here?
As you're kind of scraping through, you see some singe marks, and it looks like the dirt underneath the pentagram itself is loose dirt. It's not the compact dirt around the rest of it's like been recently turned over. So you kind of dig a little bit, and you immediately, under about 6 inches of dirt, you find a finger bone. And as you kind of scrape through more, you find a hand. And it appears that there is a body buried underneath this pentagram.
We gotta call the authorities about
Yep,
that.
guys.
Oh, Jesus.
Gonna take a picture of it.
Yep, you take a picture of it.
Somebody want to get the sheriff on the line?
I'll do it. I'm friends with him.
That's what I was about to say. He don't like me.
Yeah, I've gotten
Get
in
off my
trouble with
computer,
that.
you stupid cat. Get.
I'm
Shoot.
sorry.
Sorry.
They're gonna ask so many questions. We might as well get it over with before it gets too late.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm going to call Detective Lynette Thatch.
Okay.
Because I probably have her on speed dial also.
You do, yes. So you call her up, and it's 11 p.m., so it rings a couple of times before she picks up. Detective Patch.
Hey, it's Catherine Williams. I'm at a house, and we were investigating some stuff. We were hired to investigate some stuff, and we have a body here. We need you.
Ah, yes, I'll call it in. We'll be there. Don't go anywhere. We'll be there in about an hour.
Can it be sooner? It's like midnight.
I'm sure the regular patrols will be there, but I have to put some clothes. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get
Click. She
arrested.
hangs up on her.
So they'll be here. So the patrols will be here soon, and then Lynette will be here in about an hour.
Cool. Maybe some of us shouldn't be here.
Is that you?
I mean, you guys can hide in my minivan and say you were asleep.
Well, I don't want to do that to you. They just don't like me very much.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna say it. You just saved our asses.
Why don't you leave and we'll just all stay here and talk to the cops?
Or stay. I've got a good reputation with them. Maybe that'll cancel out your bad reputation with them.
What?
I hope
She
so.
doesn't
I
have
mean,
to
I
deal
don't
with
even know what
that.
I
Just-
did. It's like,
So, do we tell her that we banished a demon?
no one's going to believe
No.
that.
No, we leave that part out. What we can say is that we were hired to investigate the house for like spooky stuff that we didn't really think was going to happen.
Then
And
we found a
then
body.
while we were down here, we saw the dirt and we found this body, and then we immediately called the authorities, which is what we did.
Ooh, we should go clean up all of our shit first then.
Oh yeah, I gotta go get my stuff.
Okay, we need to just like and she piles the sticks in a bundle,
Yeah.
and like, let's just go throw these in the backyard.
Shouldn't we leave the sticks? Because then it looks like this was a ritual weird thing. Just more evidence of somebody getting hurt down
Look,
here.
I feel like the more we mess with stuff,
We should touch things.
Yeah, we
less.
should
the more
stop
this is
touching
gonna look
things,
like
yeah.
we did something we shouldn't be doing.
So yeah, you guys head upstairs out of the basement and you gather up all your stuff. And as you're heading out the front door, Benny.
Yeah.
Still getting used to names. Could have looked right over there. Benny, as you're picking up your REM reader in the front door, you notice that it is completely drained. There is no power left in this thing.
Huh. I'm gonna. That was the EMF reader.
Mm-hmm. No, it was the RE.
Or the-
Yeah.
The REM pods.
Yes, the REM pod.
Are all of them?
You only laid down 2, right? The one in the front door and the one in the bedroom.
Yes.
Both of those are drained.
What's wrong? You look like you just saw a ghost.
Well, maybe.
Benny, you still had another question about downstairs.
I know.
Okay, I didn't know.
I
if
would
you...
like to use my last read a bad situation. Did something else drain the energy from these REM pods, or was it the demon?
There was probably something else in this area that drained the electronics.
He's gonna turn on his spirit box.
Okay, yeah, it starts going.
Is anyone there?
You just get from the different radio stations. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just keep
Who
going.
are you?
Gene.
Oh, snap!
Gene, can you move on now?
Yes.
Go on, get.
Thank you for talking to us.
Ada, you see a light figure of a person just kind of float upwards through the ceiling.
Bye, Gene. A wave.
And as you head out the front door, there are 2 patrol cars that are coming down the road with their lights on but not sirens wailing.
Oh, good.
That was a quick hour.
I got this, guys. Well, I told you the patrol cars were going to be here quickly, but the detective was going to be here in an hour.
Well, I know. I
Oh
just
yeah,
didn't
get
think it'd
the
be that quick.
paperwork saying that we are allowed to be here and stuff. Have it ready.
I need
And
that.
press them.
Yeah, I'll give Catherine the whole manila envelope.
I'm gonna stand behind Benny, kind of hiding.
What are you doing?
I'll give her the keys
I'm
as well
sorry,
to show
Derek.
like we had permission.
You give her everything. I wasn't here.
And as I'm talking to these police officers,
Mhm.
I would like to try to use trust me,
Okay.
which is when you tell a normal person the truth in order to protect them from anything, roll charm. On a 10 plus, they do what you say they should and ask no questions.
Are you
Okay.
telling them everything?
I'm telling them to be careful because we don't know what did the body in the house and that kind of stuff. I'm not telling them everything.
Gotcha. Okay, yep, go ahead and roll.
Eight. And then I roll with charm. That gives me 2. So 10.
Perfect. Yeah. The officer listens to your story and he kind of flips over that notebook and he writes down your story and your witness statement. He kind of looks through the packet of information, sees the affidavit and the keys and everything, and yeah, all looks legit. I'll need to get all your contact information in case we have to question you on anything, but you're free to go. And you see two of the other officers are starting to kind of cordon off with the police tape the area. So they're setting up a crime scene, but after talking with them and that officer, he does just get your contact information and you're free to go.
All right, guys. I'm sure that Detective Lynette will get a hold of me at some point in time this week to ask me questions, but we can go back now and see about getting something to eat. I'm starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I don't think Applebee's is open this late though.
Denny's is.
Oh, let's go to
Ooh,
Denny's.
Denny's.
To Denny's.
While we're in the van, Benny is going to upload and send Marcus all of the evidence that he's gotten.
I'm driving, so I pass Benny my cell phone.
And
Okay.
then
Yeah, so you send Marcus all the evidence you have collected amongst the amongst you all. You have collected 7 evidence pieces. They're not individual because if multiple people took pictures, there's more than one picture, but 7 individual parts of evidence. Congratulations. Are you heading back to the S.P.I.R.I.T headquarters, or are you going straight to Denny's?
I think we should go check in.
Yeah, we'll go check in at
Yeah.
the Spirit headquarters and then go to Denny's.
Okay, so it takes you a little bit to drive back to the S.P.I.R.I.T headquarters, but when you get there, Marcus looks fairly excited. His hat is off and on the table, and he has the TV kind of squared away so that like he's kind of poking up above the TV. He's like, come in, have a seat. Very excited. You guys did a fantastic job tonight.
That was an interesting first mission.
You act like you're expecting less.
Well, we have some hobbyists that don't take this very seriously within the group, and I'm very excited that you guys are taking this seriously. You have collected a lot of evidence tonight, and I'd like to go over that with you. Go ahead and have a seat.
Can we order food at least?
Oh, no.
We're going to Denny's after this.
No, not even Denny's. After this night, just have a seat. And he gets very excited, and he turns on the television. And that camera that you had outside pointed towards the front of the house, you see the timestamp rolling. And he kind of fast forwards through, and it's not long, but at 10:06 p.m., you catch a... what do they call it? Like an orb, but it's not just an orb. It's the orb, and it kind of morphs into this like white
An
fluffy
apparition?
figure. It's an apparition leaving the house through the front door. And then he goes through and he pulls up the glitchy image of the shadow figure at 10:10 p.m. It's timestamped. It's the one that you took from your cell phone, and you can definitely clearly see the glitchy outline of that shadow on the wall. And then he goes up and he pulls up this voice clip, and it says, "Get out," at 10:15 p.m. And then he shows you the pictures that you sent of the thumb and fingerprints on Jonathan's arms. He says, this is unique. People are going to expect this to be, photoshopped or forged or fake or whatever, but that's fine. We know better. And then he shows you the picture of the demon at 10:46 and the demon banishment video that you all took of you all in action.
4 angles.
4 different angles.
Fuck.
This is your star crowning achievement for the night. Of course, we cannot release this publicly. People will discredit it and it's not going to go well over on the internet, but we're going to have our top minds analyze this, and it will help us in our fight. Thank you. And he reaches out, and he pulls out a $200 Olive Garden gift card, and he slides it across the table.
They're not open now.
This will be so good in a few
Tomorrow?
In the future.
You all have earned an Olive Garden dinner. Perhaps, maybe you should eat before you come to the meeting next week.
Excuse
That's
you.
what we'll do.
Magic makes people hungry.
We can start our adventure at Olive Garden and end it at Denny's. Denny's is good too.
That
Chicken and
sounds great.
waffles.
Whatever you want to do in your free time is fine. Just be here at 9 p.m. sharp next week. I have another mission for you.
Okay.
Already?
Well, of course. You are going to be my top team, I'm sure. I have a stack of investigations for you.
Okay.
I am very
Chicken
pleased with the
and
outcome of tonight.
waffles.
Yeah, he sits back and he pulls out a cigar and chops it open and lights it up. Yes, I will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Catherine gets up. And she's like half not chanting chicken and waffles.
Yeah, as she's chanting that and walking, you can just hear Derek's stomach go.
Yeah, so you all load up and head over to Denny's. And thus concludes our first episode of Spirit.
Yay.
Thank you so much for joining us. I am very excited to play through this series. I have a great group of players, and yeah, very excited. Oh, I didn't mention at the beginning of this. This is an interactive charity stream where you can affect the game.
Thanks, Joseph.
Oh, yeah.
I put everything up and didn't tell anybody about it. Oh,
Just wanted to
okay.
make sure we could survive
So-
the first one.
So out of curiosity, what is the donation brackets? What do they do?
Yes, we have incentives pre-built in for if I even made a command, so let me put that in here. If you
Because it's not on the extra life page
it should be
for Spirit.
should be.
No,
Uh-oh.
it's not.
Yeah, it is. The incentives on the right-hand side. $1
Oh, I see.
will grant a player of your choice a +2 to their roll. $2 gives the player of your choice a -2 to their roll. $5 grants a player of your choice a reroll. $10 grants a character of your choice an automatic success on their next roll. $15 will grant a player of your choice an automatic failure on their next roll. $20, the police show up. Right then and there. $50 will trigger a paranormal event. And not just a glass shattering or a, sound or something like that. A major, I should probably edit that. It will trigger a major paranormal event. $100 and Marcus will reveal a secret. There are only 10 secrets on this
Bitch is
list of
sus.
secrets.
That bitch is sus.
But Marcus will reveal a secret.
Yeah.
So, this is an interactive charity stream where you can affect the game in real time by donating to Extra Life. We are raising money and awareness for the children of Riley Children's Hospital. I will make sure to announce that throughout the game next time.
It's a learning experience.
Do we want to do the end of session questions on stream?
I didn't really think about that. I guess we can.
I can read through it if you want, Joe.
Yeah, go for it.
What is that?
It gives us
Great,
experience.
yeah. It helps us a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we smashed.
Did we
that.
save someone from certain death or worse?
Yeah.
Yes. Did we learn something new and important about the world? Yes. So that father is a fucking murderer, or mother. One of the people in that house summoned a demon.
Yep.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yes.
I'd
Yeah,
say yes.
golf ball man.
Golf ball man.
Sorry.
We also
Oliver.
learned, Ada, that you see bad things sometimes. So
If one or more, or if one or two yes answers, mark 1 experience. If 3 or more, mark 2. So we get to mark 2 experience.
Sweet.
weird.
And I get to mark an experience because I made sure that none of you guys died.
Nice. Wait, so every time someone doesn't die, you get experience?
I prevent something bad from happening.
Oh, that's good. So just keep having visions of us dying and then
Dying?
stop it.
Yeah. The visions are up to Joe, but alrighty.
This is great. I'm already at 3 experience. This is
Yes,
wonderful.
same.
Amazing.
All right.
Yeah. All
Do
right.
you want to take? You want me to go?
Go for it. You could do the closing
right.
announcements. You're used to them by now.
I am.
I'm out of practice.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Like Joe said, we are a charity stream, so donate to Extra Life, affect our game. Follow us on all social media so that you know when our shows come out. That is the Nerd Asylum on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We have a TikTok, but I don't post show announcements. I just post things that people clip from our shows. Join us on the Discord so that you can talk theories with all of us. And yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Oh,
Check out our other shows.
we do have a very keep an eye on Discord and all that social medias, because we have a Kickstarter that is launching at the end of March, and
Yes.
it is for a fantasy themed dating simulator game, and we've already got socials out for it, and we've got everything kind of prepped, and you can see like sneak previews and stuff like that. So check out Guildhall Masquerade on all the socials, and keep an eye out for that in the Discord. We'll be launching that Kickstarter for Guildhall Masquerade, a fantasy themed dating simulator game.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time, friends, stay nerdy, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye bye.